Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing one of those watches that makes me wonder why people continue to buy Patek Philippe Calatrava's hand over fist when alternatives like this exist. This is the Vacheron Constantin Patrimony, reference 85180 in red gold, 5N red gold, not pink, not rose. It is a wonderful, almost disco volante style profile on the wrist, 40 millimeters in diameter by only 8.7 millimeters thick, and that's for an automatic. It is a remarkably broad, flat, and expressive dress watch with this sensational combination of red gold case and matte black dial. Let's talk about the fit. It's slim, yes. It's 40 millimeters, so it's neither undersized nor oversized. It's not a traditionally proportioned dress watch, but it is very much in the tradition of fine Geneva watchmaking, and nowhere is that more evident than in the case lines themselves. The watch is reasonably constrained across the wrist. 46.8 is quite compact for a timepiece measuring 40 millimeters in diameter, so consider this watch, this flying saucer, to be perfectly viable for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The strap is nicely made and it is well matched to the gold. It is a dark reddish brown, almost burgundy alligator leather, matte gator, slightly contrasting stitch. It's not quite monotone. It is bolstered slightly down its center with a folded edge that allows, actually this is a sheer edge, my apologies, that lets you see the layers of construction on the underside calf skin, and a Vacheron Maltese cross style red gold pin buckle. Nicely made, all of high polish, thematically relevant. Moving back to the case, I said that it keeps up the grandest traditions of Geneva watchmaking, and by that I mean Vacheron's traditions. Although Vacheron historically may not have one standout design that could be considered its icon, like AP has the Royal Oak and Patek has the Nautilus, Vacheron has a history of gorgeous lug profiles that stand out and linger in the memory, and this watch has that, with the sharp cleft between the lug flank and the case band, as well as a contrast between the sheer of the lug flank and the rounded profile of the case band. Back in the old days, whether it was claw lugs, corne de vache, geometrically faceted lug profiles, Vacheron always set the standard for case forms. Even when they weren't iconic, they were always memorable. And with these lugs, Vacheron continues the tradition. The dial is powerful. It is punchy. It is one of my favorites in the three-hand and date dress watch realm. So what you're looking at is a dial that features applied red gold indices, has red gold hands, and features red gold dimple-style seconds and minutes outboard, so it has a wonderful three-dimensional quality to it with the appliques as well as the stepped aperture for the monotone date disc. You can see it's not a sheer cut into the dial. There's a transition from the plane of the dial down to the disc. The drama, the contrast between the matte black and the red gold is the reason you buy this particular model. If you want something a little bit more traditional, a little bit less forceful, go with a silver dial, go with a white metal case, go with yellow gold, but for me, this is the punchiest combination, and I'm usually a white metal guy. Now, turning the watch over, things arguably get even better on the case back. Rose lathe cut 22 karat gold winding mass. By the way, most Swiss manufacturers today giving you 21 or 18 carats or even tungsten. Vacheron not pinching pennies. Efficient unidirectional winding. Let's see how close we can get and keep this one in focus. Give me a moment. Okay, that's a little bit better. Vacheron giving you unidirectional winding for efficiency and compounding the advantage with high efficiency and long-lived unlubricated ceramic rotor bearings. The watch adjusted in a chronometer-like 5 positions and festooned with the hallmark of Geneva. You can see the Poinçon de Genève on the movement itself, as well as the standards of finish that permit Vacheron to use the hallowed stamp. This is the reference 2450, automatic winding, 40-hour power reserve. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It is beautifully executed. Features everything from mirrored anglage. You can see a little bit of that treatment on the inside of the screw sinks, as well as on the edge of the half bridge of the balance. When I turn the watch over, you can see it to somewhat better effect on the bridges of the movement. It's hard to show when I turn the watch flush to the camera because my lights are slowly dying in the box, but you can see to good effect the Côte de Genève richly textured and laid down with an abrasive wheel across the actual bridges themselves. Beautiful grained dressage or satin graining on the wheels of the reduction system, and all screw heads are black polished. There is a small micro perlage on the base plate, which you can see below the balance itself. Beautifully executed. I can't give you the best of this movement on camera, but I promise you, if you purchase a loop with this watch, you will not be disappointed. Now, there is a quick set for the date. The one refinement this movement is lacking is some sort of a hacking seconds function. So you have that quick set for the date. And then I will mention, even though it doesn't have hacking seconds, you can actually apply a little bit of back pressure and stall the seconds hand. So if you wish, you can still, as with a Patek 324, set it to a reference time. You can see and you can purchase this modern interpretation of traditional Vacheron Constantin luxury on the Watchbox.